Hey there, it's been a while. Please subscribe to my channel. I'll be grateful to you. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Taylor and Jack's passionate twist, hot romance as Ridge chooses Brooke? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim that Taylor Hayes recently expressed optimism that Jack Finnegan and Lee Finnegan would get back together. Taylor has a never-say-never approach, especially since things worked out so nicely in her personal reunion with Ridge Forrester. However, it seems like Taylor is letting herself get swept up in a romance that's simply too wonderful to be true. Taylor should know by now that her relationship with Ridge is never intended to endure. Sooner or later, Ridge always picks Brooke Logan in the end. We've seen it happen so many times over the years, so there's no reason to think Ridge is finally going to break the trend now. Once Ridge inevitably reunites with Brooke instead, you can bet it's going to hit Taylor hard. Taylor sounds like she's actually excited for a happy ending with Ridge this time around, so she's in for a letdown. It's easy to imagine Taylor bonding with Jack a bit in the coming episodes. Maybe Taylor might make a reference for another therapist who could help Jack and Lee try again as a couple, at least if they're both willing. However, there's no assurance Lee would agree to that. Jack might wind himself counting on Taylor as a friend, especially once further trouble emerges in his family. If John Finnegan is Luna Nozawa's biological father, that's going to cause some turmoil on canvas. As Finn and Steffi Forrester's marriage potentially falls apart, Jack and Taylor could connect over worrying for their children. B&B might set up a passionate twist if all this leads to Taylor and Jack being together. Taylor might turn to Jack for some hot comfort if Ridge ultimately leaves her for Brooke down the road. Then again, a cheating stunner is also feasible if Taylor surrenders to Jack while she's still committed to Ridge. In that situation, Taylor herself might be the reason Ridge goes racing back to Brooke. Whatever the case, our predictions point to Ridge and Taylor's romance crumbling eventually, so we'll keep you posted on any split news that might be in store. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers claim some romantic changes could be ahead for many characters, so stay tuned. B&B spoilers weekly update February 3rd to 7th, Finn's father frenzy, Electra quizzes Will, Daphne and Zen bond. Spoilers for the upcoming week of February 3rd, 2025, on The Bold and the Beautiful are now available. Next week, viewers may anticipate John Finnegan to learn the DNA test findings. Electra Forrester quizzes Will Spencer about Luna Nozawa. Also, Daphne Rose gets to know Zen Forrester Dominguez. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Monday, February 3rd. Poppy Nozawa freaks B&B spoilers for Monday, February 3rd state that Penelope Poppy Nozawa goes to the prison to confess the truth to Luna. However, when Poppy gets there, the warden informs her that Luna is no longer in that prison. So of course, Poppy will stress out and wonder where the earth her daughter is. Meanwhile, Finn strives to contain his emotions as he reads the paternity test results. B&B spoilers, Tuesday, February 4th. On Tuesday, February 4th, anticipate Daphne to continue her strategy. Daphne will keep her advances on Carter Walton and Steffi Forrester Finnegan toys with Hope Logan. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Wednesday, February 5th. Hope Logan's fixation. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, February 5th hint that Hope will begin to feel suspicious. Not of Daphne, but of Steffi. This is all part of Steffi's strategy. Steffi warned previously that Hope would be so busy looking at her that she would be blindsided by Daphne and Carter. Meanwhile, Daphne comes to know Zend. Is it feasible that while Daphne is supposed to seduce Carter, what if she ends up acquiring affections for Zend? I mean, can Daphne control her irresistible appeal, or do guys just tumble at her feet without her planning for it to happen? B&B spoilers, Thursday, February 6th. On Thursday, February 6th, fans can anticipate Electra to interrogate Will. While at Bill Spencer's estate, Luna listens closely as Electra wants to know Will's first impressions about his non-half-sister. Meanwhile, Finn continues holding his family together. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Friday, February 7th. Brooke Logan's surprise. On Friday, February 7th, anticipate Brooke Logan to surprise Ridge Forrester with a visit. Could Brooke have some intel or good news for Ridge? Even though Ridge might not feel Brooke is on his side, she could still wind up surprise everyone. Actually, it might be Brooke that manages to mend the divide between Ridge and Carter. A preview footage reveals that Carter still regrets that the takeover happened. So, maybe Brooke suggests a method to make everyone happy? Which narrative are you looking forward to seeing the most? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers, Daphne strikes, falls in love with a Forrester? This week on The Bold and the Beautiful, Steffi Forrester will be thrilled with the progress Daphne Rose is making at Forrester Creations. Not only is she a skilled scent maker, but Daphne is also quite a seductress. Will she make good on her vow to Queen Steffi to seduce Carter Walton? Keep reading to discover out. Here's what's coming up next on Bold and the Beautiful. Carter Walton looks committed to Hope Logan. After all, he stole a company for her. But can Hope Logan compete with the new hire at Forrester Creations? Steffi's take-back with Daphne Rose. Queen Steffi recruited Daphne Rose for one reason, to seduce Carter Walton and shatter his relationship with her adversary Hope Logan. B&B spoilers suggest that Daphne won't hold back next week on the CBS soap and will have Carter squirming at Forrester Creations. Will he fall under her spell and cheat on Hope? The Bold and the Beautiful teasers for next week suggest that one Tuesday's episode of the CBS soap, Daphne Rose, will make her move. Carter seems to be falling for his new hire's seductions, and by the end of the week they could be hitting the sheets. Steffi Forrester is elated by how effortlessly her plan is going to destroy Carter and Hope and take back her family's firm. B&B spoilers hint there's going to be a snag. Steffi was convinced that Daphne was the ideal lady for the position, but what if someone else takes her eye at Forrester Creations? Zend Forrester catches Daphne's eye. Since Daphne Rose emerged on the scene, rumors have been insinuating that she was going to sleep with a Forrester. Viewers expected the Forrester in question would be Ridge Forrester, but this week on Bold and Beautiful someone else will catch the seductress' eye. Zend Forrester and Daphne Rose will begin spending time at the workplace this week, and sparks could fly. If Daphne has actual feelings for Zend, she will most likely cancel her plans to sleep with Carter Walton. Is Steffi Forrester's huge take-back turning out to be a flop? Will Daphne fall for Zend and jump ship? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 3rd, through Friday, February 7th. On one end of the canvas, Finn attempts to keep himself from doing what Poppy is and scaring the heck out. On the other, the alluring Daphne Rose not only implements her plan with Steffi, she also takes note of a certain handsome co-worker who is past due for a little excitement. Finally, in what promises to be the most awkward of get-togethers, Brooke drops in on Ridge, aka the partner who dropped her like a hot potato and went back to Taylor so quickly, he left skid marks. Bold and Beautiful spoilers for week of February 3rd. Bold and Beautiful spoilers for Monday, February 3rd. Though it's probably all of LA that should gasp, it's Poppy who freaks when she learns Luna is missing from jail. Finn has always worn his heart on his lab coat sleeve, so he'll undoubtedly have a terrible time of it as he struggles to control his feelings. Bold and Beautiful spoilers for Tuesday, February 4th. Daphne puts to use all of her remarkable cleverness and enticing beauty as she seduces Carter as part of her and Steffi's plot. Bold and Beautiful spoilers for Wednesday, February 5th. Too late to keep the fox out of the henhouse, Hope's doubt concerning Steffi's reappearance takes precedence over everything else. But now that her sometime stepsister is back at work, what can Hope do about it? We predicted that, alongside Carter, Daphne would set her sights on this Forrester. But today, she instead gets acquainted with Zend. Bold and Beautiful spoilers for Thursday, February 6th. Electra queries Will about his first impressions of Luna, who we have no doubt will be listening in. Hey, when you're housebound, eavesdropping is a pretty enticing hobby. Finn continues to maintain his family together. But will he be able to keep doing so if this twist becomes common knowledge? Bold and Beautiful spoilers for Friday, February 7th. It promises to be as tense as tight gets when Brooke surprises Ridge with a visit. Will she able to get through to him, or will he double down on his rejection of her and his devotion to Taylor? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Finn may be Luna's father, but is he Jack's son? No DNA match? The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers and speculations reveal that if John Finnegan does turn out to be Luna Nozawa's father, there's still something amiss. If Finn is genuinely Jack Finnegan's father, and Luna is truly Finn's daughter, then Jack's DNA should have matched Luna's partially and it didn't. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers. Did Sheila Carter Sharp pull a fast one? Finn's origin is that Sheila Carter Sharp had an affair with Jack, and fell pregnant with Finn, and she and Jack staged an adoption. Jack had to pay off Sheila for all those years not to come looking for Finn and never to come looking for him for more money. Lee was not able to become pregnant, and so this was an answer to prayer for her at least. It was until it wasn't, and Finn was told he's adopted from the get-go. But Sheila has been notorious for baby swaps and kidnappings. In fact, she had a baby with Lauren Fenmore Baldwin's husband Scott Granger. Baby boy Granger was stillborn around the time Finn would have been born. Could Sheila have pulled a fast one on Jack? B&B spoilers. At the time, Sheila obtained a black market kid and switched with Lauren's at the time. Sheila obtained a black market kid and switched with Lauren's, whose father was also Scott Granger, and the black market baby died of meningitis at age 1. Scotty Granger, who Sheila was raising, was eventually returned to Lauren after Sheila's mother Molly Carter exposed the wrongdoing. But the time frames of Finn's and Kid Boy Granger's, the kid that Sheila purportedly had stillborn, births are simply too similar to be a coincidence. In fact, they were within a year, and a normal pregnancy is 9 months. Could Finn truly be baby boy Granger? It wasn't long afterward that Sheila took left for Los Angeles and started working as a nurse at Forrester Creations, eventually marrying Eric Forrester, the bold and the beautiful. Spoilers: if Finn Finnegan's not really Jack Finnegan's son, no wonder there was no match. In the episode that aired Thursday, January 30th, Poppy Nozawa told Finn when he inquired that he wasn't Luna's father, but she seemed obviously uncomfortable. She may have lied. But if Finn's not really Jack's son, and he's truly Luna's father, no wonder the DNA didn't show even a partial match. Finn was thrown for a loop when he found out that Jack was his real father, while he grew up thinking he was his adoptive father and rejected him over the deception. But he'll be thrown for an even bigger loop if he finds out he's a match for Luna and then realizes Jack would have been a partial match. Were they really father and son? As for Sheila, she'll have a lot of explaining to do. The search for Luna's father continued. It was a big week in Los Angeles. The Bold and the Beautiful recaps for January 27th to 30th covers a week of truth and deception in Los Angeles. Finn confronted Poppy, Luna put on the charm, Daphne got under Carter's skin, and so much more. What happened in Los Angeles? Check out the daily summary synopsis of each episode below. Monday, January 27th, 2025. At the Forrester mansion, Ridge and Taylor relished being together, and Taylor voiced her happiness over their reunion. Steffi, however, couldn't shake the lingering thoughts about Finn and his parents, especially the misery Lee had suffered. Steffi felt it was impossible for Lee to think of reunion with Jack, or forgive the affair with Sheila. Meanwhile, in her office, Lee grappled with remorse over a long-held secret. She sadly admitted to Finn that she had long suspected Jack was having an affair with her sister Poppy, which had poisoned her sentiments for them for years. She said that she had even gone so far as to run a paternity test on Luna, hoping to establish her suspicions, but the results were negative. Finn was astonished and was visibly upset by the paternity situation. At Il Giardino, Jack and Poppy reflected on the painful misunderstanding that had generated years of anger. Poppy expressed regret for not facing the matter sooner, acknowledging how the lack of communication had impacted them all. Despite their past, she couldn't entirely turn away from her sister, especially with Sheila appearing and adding stress to the scenario. Sheila, ever the manipulator, tried to imply that she had a right to be engaged in Finn's life, but Jack firmly rebuffed her. Tuesday, January 28, 2025. In Lee's office, Finn sought to console his mother as she wrestled with the mystery of Luna's father. Lee questioned if Finn thought she was bad for believing her sister had betrayed her, as she reminisced on the years of misunderstanding. As Finn tried to console her, Lee thought on her prior actions, including forcing Jack to take a paternity test, which had turned up negative. With the mystery of Luna's father remained unexplained, Lee left for an appointment, leaving Finn alone to ponder her remarks. He couldn't stop thinking about the unsolved question, who is Luna's father? At Il Giardino, Jack screamed to Poppy about Lee's claims, insisting that Poppy had never deceived her. While Jack believes Lee will eventually see the truth, Poppy sits quiet, meditating on the tension between the two sisters. Meanwhile, at Bill's apartment, Luna grappled with the concept that Tom Starr wasn't her father, and the mystery of her true parentage weighed on her. At the Forrester mansion, Steffi raved over her parents' reunion, feeling hopeful for Finn's family despite the lingering conflicts with his parents. Taylor supported her daughter's desire to see Finn's parents reconciled, but Steffi couldn't help but worry that it might not happen. As they consider Lee's harshness toward Poppy, Steffi wonders when things have gone wrong between the sisters, although Taylor thinks they might never know the complete story. Wednesday, January 29, 2025. In Lee's office, Finn struggled with the remaining mystery of Luna's parentage. After pacing and meditating on his mother's statements about his unusual link with his aunt, Finn called Poppy. Finn remembered a period when he and Poppy developed an intimate bond during her stay with his family. Poppy affirmed that their link had been exceptional, but she urged they agreed never to speak of it again. As Finn prodded her for the truth regarding Luna's paternity and begged Poppy to finally give him an honest answer. With tension growing, Finn's yearning for clarification reached its climax as he inquired, "Am I Luna's father?" Meanwhile, Luna discussed her ankle monitor with Bill, revealing the turbulent circumstances of her childhood. She conveyed her dissatisfaction with Poppy's concealment and her unsolved doubts regarding her father. Luna's suspicion that Tom Starr wasn't her father further strengthened her need to uncover the truth. At Il Giardino, Jack and Lee had a difficult but heartfelt conversation. Lee stated that she had avoided Jack for a long time owing to the agony he gave her, especially with the affair and the doubt regarding Luna's paternity. Jack apologized sincerely, but Lee couldn't shake the shame of feeling Jack could be Luna's father. They weren't quite ready to repair all the hurt between them but agreed to at least be cordial and work towards more. Thursday, January 30th, 2025. In Finn's office, he pressured Poppy to be honest with him about Luna's paternity, constantly asking, "Is Luna my daughter?" Poppy hesitated and refused to revisit the past, but Finn insisted. He needed to know the truth and probed her about other potential fathers. Poppy revealed she had been with other men but comforted Finn that their connection had been fleeting. As she continued to avoid replying, Finn urged clarity, unable to let it go. When Poppy eventually answers, she insists Finn is not the father and that there is no chance he could be. Meanwhile, at Bill's apartment, Luna opened up to him about her hard background, stating how much she appreciated him for rescuing her. She felt a connection with Bill, feeling their comparable experiences had shaped who they were. Bill listened but remained closed off about his own pain, which Luna prodded him to release. Their shared background of dysfunctional mothers united them more, and Luna intended to help Bill despite his reluctance to open up. Back at Forrester, Hope and Carter continued to grow closer, enjoying a flirty moment as they discussed their new fragrance line and its possibilities. Carter appreciated Hope's concept, and they expressed their excitement about cooperating with Daphne Rose. Meanwhile, Steffi, Daphne, and Ridge discussed their strategy to get their firm back with Daphne's help. Steffi was convinced that Daphne's charm would distract Carter and leave Hope heartbroken. With that, Daphne walked to the workplace to seduce the boss. Friday, January 31st, 2025. In Finn's office, he approached Poppy, demanding the truth regarding Luna's paternity. Poppy fiercely disputed his doubts, insisting there was no reason for him to suspect anything. She revealed she had thought Bill Spencer would be Luna's father, as their romance had been fascinating and made her feel like they were becoming a family. She sternly instructed him not to ask about it again, leaving Finn bewildered and unsettled. Once she was gone, Finn had April bring him Luna's blood sample and another DNA test. Meanwhile, Bill met with Luna at his apartment, detailing the horrors from his past. He discussed his terrible past and how he identified with Luna's narrative. Bill stated that he saw in her the same struggle he had faced, and he was determined to help her break free from her past. Despite Luna's misgivings about moving past the lies, Bill committed to support her, pressing her to prove that people from challenging backgrounds could rise above their obstacles. The conversation between them was emotional, with Luna expressing her wish that Bill was her father. All the time, Steffi and Ridge discussed Daphne Rose's seduction scheme. He prayed it would work, and Steffi assured him there was no male on the earth who could resist her friend's charms. And, it looks like Steffi was right. Daphne was at the workplace dialing into Carter's lust and driving him utterly mad. Steffi landed at the workplace in time to catch up with Hope in the design area. She attempted to play nice, but Hope continued on pressing her buttons. Steffi let it happen, knowing exactly what was going on across the hall. Thank you for your time. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe.